Earlier this year, I took a peek at ColibriOS. Today it's time to take a look at the OS that Colibri was forked from, MenuetOS. By the way, I couldn't find how to pronounce it. Menuet? 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 I don't know. Since the fork, MenuetOS has evolved to be a 64-bit operating system. It still fits on the 3.5-inch floppy though. Let's see how well it works.
It's the anarchy with me on the exciting guy!
ColibriOS took about 10 minutes to boot from floppy, rendering the floppy image merely a gimmick in my eyes. MenuetOS gets into its boot menu after around a minute. After I press the button, it takes another minute and 30 seconds to get the desktop on screen. This is much more what I expect when loading from floppy. So what can we do with this? The browser doesn't seem to work. Can we configure anything here? Oh, it does see the network card and apparently has loaded a driver. Stack? Not active, aha! Let's change that. No change. Okay, well apparently we'll have to do without networking. I'll test that later with a CD image. What does this CPU icon do? Oh, it's a process manager. I needed that to stop Quake and ColibriOS, so it's nice to know where it is. FASM64. Flat assembler, right. I have no idea how to code an assembly, but look at me building my first app. I guess write is a text editor? Ah, I guess that's the source code for the app we just compiled. Transp? Ah, transparency. Neat. There seems to be printer support. Party like it's 1999. Running a program from a floppy and printing over USB. I don't have a printer to connect right now though. There's an MP3 player. You know what, let's try that. I wrote some music and video files on a stick and... no USB. It just doesn't read it. That's unfortunate, I was really hoping this would work. Luckily we have Draw. And a calculator, so you can calculate stuff without Windows Recall spying on you. No OS would be complete without Solitary. Pac-Man, cool! The ghosts don't seem to follow you in this version. Finally a version of Pac-Man I can Oh, maybe not. Chess only seems to be available as an online game. Let's play some pool then. Why does the computer need so much time to calculate its next move? Oh yeah, Space Invaders! No sound in any game by the way. Not sure if sound works at all here. Oh, we've got Minesweeper. Someone recently explained to me how this game works, but well, I guess I'm still a noob. 3D Tet. Oh! This is like Blockout! I really loved that game when I was a kid. Need the CD for Doom and Quake. Well, that was to be expected. Let's boot the CD image. Again no internet? Wait, let's reboot and try that auto configuration option. There we are! Menuet's own website looking good. My own site loads as well, but it doesn't show the YouTube video. Huh, links don't work either. Can it handle HTTPS at all? Oh. This web server could be interesting. Let's write a dumb webpage to see if it'll work. Oh, it doesn't load it automatically? Well, it does work. Let's try to turn on directory listing. I can see how that could be useful. No? Not even after a refresh? Let's close and reopen this browser. There we are. I mean, if you just need a quick web server to share some basic pages or files locally, this could be useful. It still doesn't show the contents of a USB stick though, so not sure how to get the files on there. Still needs the CD to run Doom. It would have been nice if this was included on the boot CD. Let's burn this Menuet CD and boot this from a system with an actual optical drive. By the way, the boot CD image doesn't seem to be ready to put on a USB stick, but as you might have noticed, I'm using Ventoy for that. Make sure that Ventoy boots in legacy mode by not selecting the UEFI option in my BIOS's boot picker. Select the image from the list and run it in memdisk mode. That's the only way I could get it to boot from USB. If you know a better option, please join the conversation below. Let's try graphics mode 5 again. And do the auto-config thing. Graphics mode not found. Let's take option 4 again then. Seems networking is up. Check. Let's put a Menuet CD, which should contain stuff like Doom and Quake, in the drive. Nothing? Wait, you're not going to tell me this only supports IDE drives, right? Maybe a reboot with the CD inserted will help. Still nothing, come on. Maybe just try to run a game. Insert Menuet CD. It's in the freaking drive! Oh well. Let's see if this one can play some media from a USB stick. It doesn't seem to be mounted automatically. Yeah, here it is. It's just not mounted, but how? Let's reboot with this stick inserted. Nope. Another stick? Nothing either. This one then? Nope. Well, I guess this OS isn't for noobs like me. That's all I have for you today. I hope you liked this video. Thank you very much for watching. See you again in 2025.